Hey, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I am using the Genius Garden Tarot by Jessi Huntenburg. And I'm going to start off by drawing 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a portion or a segment of the upcoming week. And I just want to see kind of what sort of themes, what kinds of energies and ideas the week has for us. All right, so before I get into the reading, I just want to let you know that I made some tarot planning worksheets for you. So there's 3 different worksheets, and these worksheets basically help you take the advice and suggestions and ideas in this reading and show you how to apply them to your day-to-day life. So if you want to grab your copy, I'm going to put the link below on where you can get that. And let's dive in. Let's dive into the reading. So the first card for the beginning of the week, so Monday, Tuesday-ish, is the Ace of Swords. All right, I'm just going to turn a light on here. All right. So Ace of Swords for Monday, Tuesday. I love getting aces at the beginning of the week because aces have this boom, fresh energy to them. That's what I love about them. There is this real, just this fresh, new beginning kind of energy with the aces. So this Ace of Swords is really encouraging you to get clear this week, at the beginning of the week. Like as you start your week, get clear on what you're going to focus on this week. Are there particular things that you want to get done this week? Is there something that you want to start this week? Is there something you want to figure out or focus on or make time for this week? Really getting clear at the beginning of the week is really going to help you. And what would help you even more is if you actually write it down. Get pen and paper out and write down whatever your goals are, your intentions, your to-do list. Really getting clear that way can be really helpful. Ace of Swords also makes me think about clearing your mind. And the more your mind is clear, the easier it is for you to focus. And with this card, I get the sense that if you're able to clear your mind and focus, then you're really going to be standing in your power this week. There's really a lot that you can accomplish, and you really kind of are the best version of yourself when you're able to clear your mind and really focus on the things that matter. So that's the advice of the Ace of Swords for the beginning of the week, is get clear, write things down, be intentional, and whatever it takes for you to clear your mind. Like that might be doing a brief meditation in the morning. And the Suit of Swords corresponds with the element of air, which makes me think of breathing and breath work. Maybe breathing, doing a breath work practice will help you kind of clear your mind at the beginning of the week. Let's look at midweek. So Wednesday, another ace. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 2 aces in a row. This is amazing. Okay, so Ace of Cups for the middle of the week. So Wednesday, Thursday-ish. And with the Ace of Cups, like with the Ace of Swords, it was all about sort of new opportunities. I think that there's like this possibility to really make a fresh start this week, especially if we can clear our heads and get focused. But with the Ace of Cups, it's about making a fresh start in the emotional realm. So while the Ace of Swords is about starting fresh mentally, Ace of Cups is about starting fresh emotionally. And sometimes in order to do that, you've got to release some emotions. And if you look at this cup, it's overflowing. And water, the element of water, is a symbol of the emotions. So water corresponds with feelings and emotions. And if you think about how water behaves, it behaves a lot like the emotions. Like if water is stagnant, if things get stagnant, it's kind of gross. Water can be frozen, it can be blocked, it can be flowing, it can be rushing, it can be flooding. Like think about getting like emotional flooding. Think about the depths of the ocean. They're very, very deep. And in the same vein, like human beings, I think, have deep emotional depths. So there's this interesting correspondence between water and emotion. But the advice of the Ace of Cups is saying, in order to start fresh emotionally, you have to be willing to release some emotions. Maybe that means having a good cry. Maybe that just means acknowledging that certain feelings and emotions are there instead of denying them or pretending they're not there. There is this real feeling of letting go and emotional release with this Ace of Cups. And with that brings new opportunity for either new relationships, new friendships, or turning over a new leaf in existing relationships. It may even be about deepening an existing relationship, like maybe connecting on a deeper level, opening up and sharing more in one of your existing relationships. But definitely feels exciting, just like the Ace of Swords. There's an opportunity here. But in order to take full advantage of that opportunity, you first have to sort of let go a little bit. There needs to be a little bit of releasing. So a question that this card has for you is, do you have any stuck emotions? Do you feel like there's any feelings or emotions that are there that you're either pushing away because you don't want to feel them, or you would like to release them, but you just feel like now isn't the right time? Just sort of exploring that idea. Now let's look at the end of the week. The Magician. Now this is interesting because the Magician is number 1 in the major arcana. So these are all number 1 cards. You could even say the Magician is kind of like an ace in a way. So these are all number 1. I've never done a reading like this before where it was 111. I think this is the first time that's ever happened. So this is pretty amazing. It's blowing my mind. So let's talk about the Magician. So the Magician is a major arcana card. It's not the first card in the major arcana. The first card is the Fool, which is number 0. So the Magician is actually the second card, but it's number 1. Comes after 0. And the Magician is a card of manifesting, making things happen. It's really about stepping into your role as a creator, being able to create things and make things happen. The Magician takes something that is invisible, not physical, like an idea or inspiration or a vision, and he makes it happen. So he brings that down into the real world and makes it physical, makes it real. And there's a whole process to doing this. You can just think about the last thing that you made happen, the last thing that you created. It maybe first started as an idea, as inspiration, and then you took action steps to make it physical, to make it real. So the Magician is all about tapping into the 4 suits to make something happen. So the 4 suits that we see represented on this card, we've got Wands, which is all about energy and action. We have Swords, which is about thought, the mind, clear focus. Pentacles is an Earth card. So this is all about like earthly things like money, physicality, the body, material objects. And then we have the Cup, which is about emotions, feelings, relationships. So the Magician knows how to be in alignment. So once he has his vision or his idea that he wants to make real in the physical world, he has to align his thoughts, represented by the Sword, with his feelings, Cup, with Wand, which would be his energy and action, and then Pentacles, which I also kind of think of as being like your day-to-day actions, the things that you do. So all of these things have to kind of be in alignment in order to make something manifest, to make it happen. So that's what the Magician is about. So what does it mean? I rambled a little bit too long there. So what does it mean for us? I think that on the weekend, by the end of the week, we'll be in sort of a prime position to take advantage of those energies of manifestation, getting in alignment, making things happen. You may even feel like a spark. You have a little bit more power to make things happen and to get things done and to be creative. So that's what I feel like the Magician is all about. And it's almost like, it feels like this week is really in some way it's almost about releasing. Like with the Ace of Swords, I feel like it's about clearing the mind and cutting away clutter and distraction so that you can get to what's really important. Ace of Cups is emotional release. So we have kind of mental release, emotional release. And then by the time we get to the weekend, that really sets us up to be clear about, well, what do we want to create? Because if you try to be the magician when you haven't cleared your mind, you're not clear on what you want to do or what you want to create, and your emotions are all over the place, you tend to create stuff that maybe isn't helpful, or you might run into problems creating the things you want to create and taking action on the things you want to take action on. But if you do the work at the beginning of the week here, doing some of that, it sets you up to be a more powerful magician in your own life. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom out and look and see if there's any symbols I want to talk about. I feel like I've said a lot. I feel like I probably don't need to keep yammering on about these cards. I think I've said it all. So I'll turn this over to you. Do you notice anything about these cards? Is there something that stands out to you that might be speaking directly to you? If so, feel free to share in the comment section below. And I just want to close this reading by saying thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you find it helpful. You can learn more about me on my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got lots of fun tarot learning resources on there for you to check out. And again, just a reminder to grab your copy of your 3 tarot planning worksheets. I'll put the link below. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great week.